Sangeeta Swarupa Rasaswada Evacha, Sangeeta Prana Praninam. The music is the essence of mankind and it is the life behind all the living beings. Power of music knows no bounds and its divinity and serenity can cure all kind of illness, bodily, mental and all sort of other discomforts. Carnatic music is known for its path of bhakti. The tint of spirituality and delight can drive everyone to the path of divinity. Humble pranams to one and all present here. A hearty welcome to all of you to this devotional evening filled with bhakti, bhava and dhainyata. Respected Consul, Srimati Satya Hemarajani Madam, Shri Ravi Hemarajani Sir and Shri Girish Ji. A hearty welcome to you. Tyagaraja is one of the greatest saints or the composers of Carnatic music, and he is one among the trinity of Carnatic music and also one among the musical prodigies of Carnatic music. So, his kirtanas are of delicate spirituality, full of melodic beauty and highest sense of artistic grandeur. Aradhana means to offer. So we have assembled here today for Tyagaraja Aradhana. It is an annual Carnatic music festival held once in a year to commemorate the Samadhi Tithi of that is the day of demise of Santa Tyagaraja, the day when he attained Sadgati. So as a tribute, musicians all across the world, they gather together and pay the reverence by singing many of the compositions of Carnatic music by Santa Tyagarajaru, and also this day is known for the rendition of Pancharatna Kriti. So today we have all gathered here to celebrate Tyagaraja Aradhana. May I now request Shri Shashkiran ji to welcome the gathering.
Good evening, everyone. As Anusha explained, we are here to celebrate the Tyagaraja Aradhana, and I would like to welcome to this event Ms. Satya Hemarajani Madam, Mr. Ravi Hemarajani sir, and all the assembled audiences. And we already rendered Kanakaruchira Pancharatna Kruti, which the Munich region, the people from Bayern region assembled here, practiced and rendered today. And I would like to pass on.
Thank you, Shashiji. So, from Arohanam Germany, Team Arohanam Germany is the classical art forum which aims at promotion, propagation of authentic classical art forms. So we have divided the whole of Germany into different regions and artists of different fields, be it dance, music, instruments, who have learned Indian classical art forms. So we try to propagate these art forms in various capacities, and these many years we were doing it online, and it is a matter of pride for us that this year in all the regions that we've divided, be it the Bayern, Düsseldorf, Stuttgart, Frankfurt and Hamburg, we are celebrating Tyagaraja Aradhana as a live event with artists practicing Tyagaraja Aradhana in rigorously almost since 2 months under the tutelage of certain gurus according to the region, and presenting Aradhana in the most authentic way. So today we are going to present the Pancharatna Kriti and also offer our humble pranams and this Aradhana as the offering of the lotus feet of Sri Rama, who's been Aradhya Daiva of Santa Tyagaraja. So we would like to keep this Aradhana celebration the most traditional way, and sticking to the authenticity of the program, we would like to begin with puja to Rama, and we shall try to keep it in the same way of the Aradhana Paddhati, the Sampradaya Paddhati. So may I now request Shri Sitarama Sharma ji to offer puja to Sri Rama, Aradhya Daiva, and we will therefore begin the program.
सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये नमो गुरुभ्यो गुरुपादुकाभ्यो नमः परेभ्यो परपादुकाभ्यः नमोस्तु आचार्यसिद्धेश्वरपादुकाभ्यो नमोस्तु लक्ष्मीपतिपादुकाभ्यः श्रीगुरुपरमगुरुपरमेष्टिगुरु अस्मद्गुरु श्रीशङ्कराचार्येभ्यो नमः। वागीशाद्याः सुमनसः सर्वार्थानामपक्रमे नत्वा कृतकृत्या स्युः तं नमामि गजाननम्। ओं महागणपतये नमः सद्गुरुवे नमः। ओं आगमार्थं गमनार्थं दुरक्षसां कुर्वे घण्टारवं तत्र देवताह्वानलाञ्छनम् इति घण्टानादनं कृत्वा ओं प्रणवस्य परब्रह्म ऋषि परमात्मा देवता देवी गायत्री छन्द प्राणायामे नियोगः। ओमपो ज्योतिरसोमतं ब्रह्म भूर्भुवस्वरो ममोपात्त समस्तद्रुतक्षयद्वारा श्री परमेश्वर प्रीत्यर्थं प्रदोषकाले सीतासमेत श्रीरामचन्द्रप्रभवे नमः। पंचोपचार पूजां करिष्ये। ओं लं पृथिव्यात्मने नमः। गन्धं समर्पयामि। गन्धद्वारान् पुराधर्षां नित्यपुष्टाङ्गरीषिणीं ईश्वरीं सर्वभूतानां स्वामिहोपक्वये श्रीं गन्धस्योपरि अलङ्करणार्थम् अक्षतां समर्पयामि। ॐ रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमः। हम आकाशात्मने नमः। पुष्पं समर्पयामि। यं वायुवात्मने नमः। धूपं कल्पयामि। यज्ञात्मने नमः। प्रत्यक्षमङ्गलदीपं दर्शयामि। संसर्वात्मने नमः। पंचोपचार पूजां समर्पयामि। ओं रामो राजमणिस्तदा विजयते रामं रमेशं भजे रामेणाभिहता निशाचरचमो रामाय तस्मै नमः। रामान्नास्ति परायणं परतरं रामस्य दासोऽस्म्यहं। रामे चित्तलयः सदा भवतु मे भो राम मामुद्धर। प्रदोषकाले मया कृत पंचोपचार पूजा वासुदेवार्पणमस्तु। शरीरमाचारेन्द्रियर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वधा वा करोमि यत्सकलं तस्मै श्रीगणाय समर्पयामि। ओं तत्सत्।
The celebration of Tyagaraja Aradhana with a wonderful note of bowing to the lotus feet of Sri Ramachandra. May I now request Sri Naresh ji to speak a few words and enlighten us about what exactly is Tyagaraja Aradhana and to speak a few words about the greatness of Santa Tyagarajaru.
Thank you, Anusha ji. Namaste to one and all. About Saint Tyagaraja. First of all, I would like to maybe go a little bit away from English. Sabaki vachina andarki namaskaralu. Ivattu sabhege bandiro ಸಂಗೀತ ಪ್ರಿಯರುಗಳಿಗೂ எல்லாருக்கும் नमस्कार इनकी सभी को अंदर को எல்லாருக்கும் वनकम आज जो सभी में मौजूद है सभी लोग को नमस्ते. There's a specific reason why I went with 5 languages or 4 languages. That is the beauty of Tyagaraja Aradhana. This is a regular event which happens every year, so it has a history of 176 years now. When this event happens, people beyond differences in language, religion, region, come together in a place called Tiruvayar, which is in Tanjavur right now, to celebrate the greatness of Saint Tyagaraja. That's why I tried to go a little bit into regional languages. Sorry if I made mistakes. Let's go a little bit into history. So, Saint Tyagaraja, who is regarded as one of the pillars of Carnatic music, one of the trinities of Carnatic music, he was born in 1767, and his greatness, he lived till the year 1847. Shortly before his getting Sadgati, he also took up the life of a sannyasi. So he lived the last years of his life as a pure sannyasi. He renounced the world. In 1847, upon his demise, there was his samadhi was built up in the region Tiruvayar. But unfortunately, it was forgotten for many years to come later. In the beginning of 1900s, his disciples came together and they wanted to celebrate his greatness, so they came up with the concept of singing the songs composed by him. He has composed thousands and thousands of songs, primarily in the language Telugu, but also in other languages as well. This tradition started in the 1900s, even though it took different paths, different disciples were trying to follow different sorts of celebration. In the 1920s, a famous dancer back then, Bangalore Nagaratnama, she was a ardent devotee who built a temple around Saint Tyagaraja's samadhi and started also her own way of celebrating the event, which was again singing his songs. Slowly over the years, the differences between different groups came together. In the 1940s, they started the way we know Tyagaraja Aradhana today. So 5 gems of kritis were identified, and these are sung year after year, where thousands of people, thousands of musicians, vocalists, instrumentalists, they assemble in Tiruvayara near his samadhi, and typically they do the Aradhana for 5 days together. It's a wonderful sight to be there. I have a small pride in saying that I also studied very close to his samadhi. Also, a part of the Aradhana is that because to commemorate the way he lived his life, that he became a samadhi, so there is also a practice called Unchavritti, which is, in other words, just living like a sannyasi. So people go around collecting bhikshas, and when they go around collecting bhikshas, they also sing his songs in his praise. So this is typically called Unchavritti, and the songs that are sung during collecting bhikshas on his behalf is called Utsava Sampradaya Kritis. There are different songs that are sung. So one of them, for example, is Sita Kalyana Vaibhavam, which will also be rendered today. So yeah, that was a little bit of insight about Saint Tyagaraja. I hope I was able to give you a little bit of information. I would like to hand over to Anusha ji.
Dhanyavad, Nareshji. So as Nareshi was telling, irrespective of regions, irrespective of languages, all the artists across the globe, they gather together to celebrate Tyagaraja Aradhana. So one such example, like in the recent days, what we can always remember or what we can reflect upon is one example of the grandeur of Tyagaraja Aradhana. Of course, in India it is celebrated. Cleveland Tyagaraja Aradhana is also one of the most famous Aradhana. So they have been celebrating for the last 74 years, and usually 5,000 artists gather together and celebrate in the US. So Why am I quoting this example of the US is because just the name Tyagaraja or the Aradhana that brings classical artists together, dancers and musicians alike, instrumentalists and devotees alike. So this shows the very nature of what Aradhana is, and I take pride in telling that from Arohanam, we have been able to reach out with this concept of Tyagaraja Aradhana for the last 3 years in various capacities, and it is also a matter of pride that last year the rendition of Pancharatna Kriti on account of Tyagaraja Aradhana that was screened in the very prestigious SVBC channel owned by the TTD, the Tirupati Tirumala Sannidhanam. So Pancharatna Kritis rendered by Arohanam Germany was aired there, and that is a matter of pride for us. So, coming back to today's celebration, as Nareshji was telling, Uncha Vritti, Utsava Sampradaya Kriti, Pancharatna Kriti, all these are the elements of Tyagaraja Aradhana, and be it in whichever part of the world, this is the same exact pattern that is followed in the traditional path. So we would like to go in the same path, and with that we would like to begin our renditions from the basics of Karnataka Sangeeta, so which is called as the Sarale Varse, Janti Varse and Pillari Geete. Why do we start with this? We have something called as the foundation, the basics of Karnataka Sangeeta Paddhati, and that we would, that is actually, we would like to offer the gratitude towards Sangeeta Brahma Purandara Dasaru. So Karnataka Sangeeta Pitamaha we call Purandara Dasaru, and he has formulated this in a very rational, scientific way, I would like to say, not just in some type of ritualistic or traditional way. So starting from the basics, what is easier for the artist to start learning, and then it starts developing, and it slowly progresses towards the higher levels and then towards the other kritis. So this way Carnatic music has been, the format of Carnatic music we can see, and in Tyagaraja Aradhana, why do we also remember Purandara Dasaru is for two reasons. One is because of the basics of Carnatic music, the other one, just around Tyagaraja Aradhana falls Purandara Aradhana as well. So as a tribute to Sangeeta Brahma, Purandara Dasaru and Tyagarajaru. So now I would like to request all our artists here to pay tribute by singing Sarale Varse, Janti Varse and Pillari Geetegalu. A few excerpts from these basics. Over to you.